In the heart of an old university, surrounded by dusty books and gleaming chemical apparatus, lived Professor Redlaw, a man of science and deep, abiding sorrow. He was a good man, yet his past was a heavy cloak he could never shrug off. Every memory, every old wrong and grief, clung to him like a shadow, making his present dim and his future bleak. He was, in every sense, a haunted man. One cold Christmas Eve, as the wind howled outside his lonely chambers, a presence began to fill the room. It wasn't a ghost of creaking doors and rattling chains, but something far more chilling. It was his own double, a phantom born of his own despair. This spectre, with Redlaw's face but devoid of all warmth, made him a terrible offer: the complete erasure of all sorrowful memories, not just for himself, but for anyone he came into contact with. Imagine, the phantom whispered, a life without the sting of past hurts, a world free from the burden of grief. To Redlaw, this sounded like a cure, a release from the prison of his mind. In a moment of desperate hope, he accepted the bargain. Instantly, the weight lifted. The faces of those he'd lost, the pain of betrayals, the sting of failures all vanished. He felt empty, but he mistook this emptiness for peace. He soon left his rooms and encountered the Tetterby family, a boisterous, loving, and poor household who always found joy despite their hardships. Their kindness was a small beacon in Redlaw's gloomy world. But as he entered their home, his new gift began to spread like a contagion. The family's fond recollections of their struggles, the bittersweet memories that bonded them, all dissolved. They grew irritable, snapping at one another over trivial things. Their love, once built on shared history, crumbled into petty squabbles. The children forgot their affection, and the parents their patience. Redlaw watched in horror. He saw the same effect on his loyal servant William, and on a poor struggling student. The gift he had so eagerly accepted was not a blessing, but a curse. It didn't just remove sorrow, it erased the compassion, the wisdom, and the love that grew from it. He realized that our painful memories, the very things he wished to escape, are what shape our hearts and teach us to be kind. They are the roots of our empathy. Desperate to undo the damage, Redlaw sought out the one person in his life who seemed immune to his cursed influence: Millie, William's wife. She, with the embodiment of goodness and quiet strength. Her heart was so full of selfless love that the phantom's gift could find no purchase. Her gentle nature and unwavering kindness were a shield against the creeping emptiness. Through Millie's simple, profound goodness, Redlaw understood the truth. To be human is to feel both joy and sorrow. To erase one is to lose the other. The phantom reappeared, but this time Redlaw was armed with this new wisdom. He begged the spectre to reverse the bargain. He chose to take back his pain, his grief, and his memories, knowing they were an essential part of who he was. As the curse lifted, memories flooded back, not just for Redlaw, but for everyone he had touched. The Tetterby family, embraced, their love restored and strengthened by the brief cold void they had experienced. Redlaw, no longer empty, felt the familiar ache of his past, but now it was mingled with gratitude. He understood that to heal is not to forget, but to learn, to forgive, and to love in spite of the pain, too. And so, on that Christmas morning, the haunted man finally found his peace. Not by erasing his ghosts, but by learning to live with them, his heart made whole by the very sorrows he once sought to destroy.